It's Esper, the jeans low head, high arms crossed kid with the black tee.
Alright you guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time ever seeing me or if you're a new subscriber, hello, welcome. My name is Claudia. My channel name is Esper5280. So you could call me Claudia or you could refer to me as Esper. I've had a subscriber, shout out to you Vortec, that came up to me at a rave and was like, Esper? And I was like, yes. I almost lost my shit. But you guys could refer to me either way. I do have a few new subscribers thanks to my Fashion Nova jeans try on haul video that I did a few weeks ago. That brought in a few new subscribers, and it also got me over that little hump that I was stuck behind because I couldn't get over the 300 number. I was like at 290 of subscribers for like a whole year, I think. And I know that it's not a big number, but to me it means a lot. It's a milestone. It's really hard to get noticed. Personally for me, it's really hard to get noticed in the YouTube community. So thank you for subscribing. Hopefully you guys like what I have to offer. Let me see, I guess just a disclaimer. If you don't like girls that cuss, this might not be the channel for you. So if that's the case, but if you're cool as fuck and you don't mind it, welcome. I like to post videos and do story times and all that, talking the way that I talk to my friends, talking the way that I do to people in my life. I must have been a sailor in the past life because I cuss a lot, and that's just the way that I talk. And I like to post videos just talking the way that I talk. So I talk to you guys like I talk to my friends. I talk to you guys the way I talk to my mom. Like, this is just the way that I talk. You know, hopefully y'all don't have a problem with it, and if you do, pues like, I guess you gotta fucking unsubscribe. But if you don't, that's cool as fuck. Welcome to my channel. I also have an Instagram and also a Twitter, so you guys can follow me on those. That'd be cool as fuck. Also, I'm really new to TikTok, but if you guys want to follow me on that, that would be cool as fuck too. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to tell you guys? Is there any of the warnings I have to put out? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah. My channel is super random. It's all kinds of videos of different stuff, of different interests that I have. Anything that pops into my mind, I will post. And today I'm gonna do a video that I haven't done in such a long time, which is story times. If this is the first video that you guys have stumbled upon, or if you guys love story times, I'll leave like a little card up here so you guys could go check out all the other story time videos that I've done. These are my favorite type of videos to do. I get all, you know, dolled up for these videos, so you guys might be like, what, that's not the same girl that was in that Day in My Life video. No, it is I. Me arreglo when I make videos. So, you know, you guys get super basic ni se peina Claudia, and then you guys get this, you know, with my Dwight shirt, Claudia. So storytime videos are my favorite kinds of videos to do. I personally think I'm really funny. I personally love storytime videos, so I like to post content on my channel that I like to watch. One of my favorite kind of videos to watch are story times, so I have a story time for you guys. I'm kind of nervous to post this video. Like, I've been contemplating back and forth, like, do I really want to do this, do I not? So the story I'm going to be telling you guys today is one of a handful of times that I have been stalked. I've been mostly, obviously, like, no shit, been stalked by men. I feel like that happens to all girls, right? We all have had one or two stalkers here. There is one lady that stalked me for a while, and that shit was like, sis. But yeah, this is one of the times that I was stalked by actually a classmate from my high school while I was in high school. I really hope that this person doesn't watch my channel because, dude, no fucking offense, but you make me feel uncomfortable as fuck. And I think you should know this by, I mean, if you watch this video, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, now hopefully you understand why the fuck you made me feel uncomfortable. And also by the fact that I've blocked you off of all my social media every time that you've tried to follow me or friend me. You just made me feel really fucking uncomfortable, dude. So I really hope you're not subscribed to my channel, because I'm like, fuck. Because when I was telling one of my friends about this, she was like, dude, what if he fucking watches your channel? I was like, no, bitch, no, please, no. So okay, I feel like I'm rambling. It's because this shit, I have anxiety. I ramble when I'm nervous. But yeah, so I'm gonna take you guys back to when I was in high school. And when this happened, it was in the year 2010, 2011. I am a graduate of 2011. I know I look really, really young, but I'm super fucking old. I'm almost close to 30. Super close to 30. But yeah, so I'm gonna take you guys back to high school. I'm gonna go back to 2010 when this all started. I was a senior at my high school. I used to take this Spanish class, and it wasn't a learning Spanish class. It was like a Spanish class for people that already spoke Spanish. Everybody in my class, if I remember it correctly, all of us were Mexicans in my class. At that time, I had all kinds of different friends and all kinds of different groups. I was really friendly for the most part, but in this class I only had 2 friends. It was this one girl, she's not relevant to the story, but there was this girl that I was friends with in that class, and then my best friend, which was my brother Jesus, and that's who was in my class. So I would talk to that girl sometimes, but for the most part it was just me and Jesus. We would talk about all kinds of different things. I mean, we were with each other basically all of the time. We were with each other every weekend, but you know, in class we would just talk about like what we did that weekend, what we were going to do this weekend, that rave that we went to, because this is at the time when I was really super into raves. I mean, I still am now, but there's not really that many in Colorado anymore. But at this time it was like a rave every weekend, the parties, all this and that. So and me and my brother, we would just talk about everything. And in this class there was this guy that we're going to call Joe. And we're going to call him Joe for 2 reasons. The first reason is because I'm not fucked up. I'm not going to expose him. For all you know, like, it's been 10 years, 9. He might be a different person now. This might have been a weird time in his life. I don't know. So I don't want to expose him. I think that's a little fucked up. And then plus, like, if he comes to murder me, which please don't murder me. Please don't murder me. But, you know, then I could be like, dude, people don't know that it's you. I mean, squad knows that it's you. The people I was friends with know that it was you. But that's because I told them, like, hey, you know that fucking guy over there? Yeah, he does some weird ass shit. But, you know, maybe everybody forgot. Maybe everybody forgot. You know, like, if he comes to kill me, you know, I'll be like, dude, people don't even know that it's you. I gave you a different name. So that's one reason. And the second reason is we're going to call him Joe because of Joe Goldberg from the show You on Netflix. Super good. You guys need to watch it. When I watched that shit, I was like, man, that shit crazy as fuck. And there were some things that made me think of the Joe in my class, because that's how weird that shit was. So there's this kid, Joe. What do I know about Joe? Nothing. I don't know his last name. I don't know what grade he was in. I don't know if he had a job. I don't know anything about him, because he was just a kid that sat in my class. You know, he was a classmate, and that is basically where our relationship began and ended. It was just a classmate. I didn't talk to him. I was not friends with him. I didn't chill with him. As far as I know, we didn't have the same friends at all. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know who he kicked it with. What I do know though is that Joe was younger than me, and I know that he was younger than me because after I graduated, he was in the same class and at the same school still as some of my friends. Joe was one of those people that really irritated me. I don't know what it was about him. He just annoyed me. You know, like those people that you don't really know, but their presence, their energy, their vibe is just annoying as fuck. Joe was annoying to me. And then he was annoying to me because, like I said, we were not friends. And then he would always, like, in that class, he would always try to, like, tease, play around with me. Like, dude, I don't fucking know you, dude. Like, if you see me joking around with Jesus, that's because that's my best friend. If you see me joking and playing around with my friends, that's because they're my friends. I am not going to be joking and playing around with somebody that I don't even like. No offense, but like I said, he was annoying. He bothered me. So, you know, like, dude, don't fucking play around with me. Like, I don't fucking know you like that. So he used to annoy me because he would constantly do that shit. Like I said, in that class, me and my brother Jesus would talk about everything and anything. And one day, I was wearing my white Vans.
Damn, Daniel.
I think my brother, he made like a comment or something about how my Vans were clean as fuck. And I said, hell yeah, they clean as fuck. My mom just washed them. And I'm just talking this to my brother. It's not like I got in front of the class and was like, class, I would like to make an announcement Do you guys see these white Vans? Yeah, my mom washed them. Yes, I just wanted everybody in this class to know that. That is not what happened. I just told Jesus, and it's not like he would sit across the room or whatever. We always sat next to each other or right across from each other. And you guys might be like, bitch, what does that have to... Wait, just wait. Just wait. So I remember this day because there are just some things that you never forget. And I'm a very forgetful person. I've talked about this in other videos, but I have been diagnosed, so great. I've been diagnosed with PTSD, severe depression, and severe anxiety. So as you guys know, some of those issues cause your mind to be pretty fucking forgetful. So I forget a lot of shit. My kids, they're like so tired of my shit because they're always like,
we know, Mom, you forgot. You forgot. You always forget.
And I'm like, but I love you guys though. So I'm very forgetful, but anytime anybody has ever made me feel uncomfortable, I have never forgot it because it just stuck with me. So I remember this day. I was in the hallway. I don't know if we were like going to lunch. I don't know if we were going to class. I don't know if schools. I don't know what we were doing. But I was there standing in the hallway with my brother Jesus. And I got a text message. When I got this message, I want to say it was like 2010. At the time, I used to have a little flip phone. I know that iPhones and all that were coming out, but I was poor, so I had a flip phone. And on my flip phone, the flip phone was closed. There was like a little screen that would give you like a preview of the text messages that you would get. So I looked. It said something about white Vans. And I was like, what the fuck, white Vans? And it was from a number that I didn't know. I didn't have it saved in my phone. So I was like, what the fuck? And I cannot remember word for word what this text said, but it was around the lines of,
you're so lucky that your mom washes your white Vans.
Some weird ass shit like that. And I was like, what the fuck? I showed my brother Jesus that because I was like, man, this bitch probably playing a prank on me or something, like, because it was a really weird text message, a number that I don't even have saved. So I was like, what the and I showed it to my brother Jesus. I was like, bitch, what the fuck is this? And he didn't know, so I was like, what the fuck? So I replied and I was like, who is this? This person replies, and guess who it is? It's Joe from my Spanish class. And I'm like, Joe from Spanish class? I was very confused because, like I said, I did not talk to Joe. I was not friends with him. We weren't even cordial. He was just a kid that sat in my class that just bothered me. So I was like, what the fuck? And I asked him, like, how did you get my number? And he said,
your brother Jesus gave it to me.
and I was like, Jesus, my Jesus, my best friend Jesus gave you my number? I was like in disbelief. And so I was like, well, let me ask Jesus because this shit doesn't make any sense. So I asked Jesus, I said, bitch, did you give Joe my number? And he was like, Joe from Spanish class? I said, yeah, did you give him my number? And he said, no, bitch, what the fuck? He's weird. Why would I give him your number? And I was like, that's exactly what I said. You guys might say, how are you gonna call this kid that you don't even know weird? Okay, let me tell you guys. Joe was just, he just gave me a creepy, weird vibe. I would sometimes look up and he would be staring at me. And I'm like, dude, please don't stare at me. Please don't fucking stare at me. And he also kind of reminded me of one of my aunt's husbands that she had at the time. And that guy used to give me the fucking creeps. He would make me feel uncomfortable as fuck. He was also a Mexican guy. And he just made me feel really fucking uncomfortable. And he reminded me a lot of Joe. So when I seen Joe, I was like, man, this fucking kid reminds me a lot of my ass creepy ass husband. From that whole text conversation, what I got was that this boy was eavesdropping on a conversation that wasn't even important. It wasn't anything, but he was eavesdropping on a conversation that didn't include him. Secondly, he was lying about how he got my number. You're not doing anything wrong. Why are you lying about how you got my number? Why didn't you just say how you got my number? That all started where I was like, if I think that this kid is creepy and weird, this is just reinforcing that idea in me that he is creepy and weird. So this kid has my number. Do I save his number? No, I do not. Because why would I? We are not friends. I've said this 300 times. We are not friends. We were not friends. He was just a kid that was in my class. It was just really fucking weird to me. Like, dude, what do you want? You know, like, what do you want from me? What are your intentions from this? I don't know what he thought I was gonna text, like, oh, yeah, dude, like, yeah, we should fucking be friends. Like, you don't fucking give me the creeps, and this reinforces the fucking creeps that you give me. I don't know what he thought that text message was gonna go like. I don't know why the fuck he thought that that would be like a conversation starter, because it wasn't. It creeped me the fuck out. And when I showed my brother, it creeped him the fuck out too. So it wasn't just me being like, oh, this guy's kind of creepy. No, no, no. My brother and everybody else that I would show the fucking proof to and everything was like, that's fucking weird. So I don't know how long it had been, but I used to work at this place called Rancho Liborios. I had this job for about a year. I used to work there after school. Such a crazy time, because there were some days at my school where I didn't go to school the full day. I would get off a lot earlier. I would go in, you know, to work at all kinds of different times, but it was basically the same work schedule every week, because for the most part I would be off early, like for example like every Tuesday and Wednesday, so they knew to schedule me earlier every Tuesday and Wednesday. So like I said, there has been some very uncomfortable moments in my life that I will never forget, because they made me feel so uncomfortable. So this is another day that I remember, because I was like, bitch, this boy is crossing the line. Like, he's fucking crossing the line. I was getting ready for work. So I walked, you know, to my laundry room. I pulled out my pants from the dryer. I get a text message. And this text message is telling me what time I go into work that day. And you guys might be wondering, you know, who could it be? You know, who would know what my work schedule is for that day? Because when I opened it, it said, hey, you work at 3 today. And I was like, so I looked, and it wasn't a number that I had saved, but I did recognize the last 4 numbers. And you guys, you know, might be asking, who could it be? Was it the manager at my job? Was it a supervisor at my job? Was it a cashier at my job? Was it the fucking person that pushed the carts at my job? Well, guess who it was? It was fucking Joe. This is the point where I'm like, this fucking boy is fucking, he is going too fucking far, because my job was not anywhere close to my school. I wasn't even supposed to be at that school. We had moved from out of that district area. I mean, I used to live in that district when I first went to that school. And then I think in like my 11th grade, I don't know, we moved. But I had a pretty horrible track record. So there was this other school that didn't want anything to do with me, which is crazy, because everybody at that school is pretty fucking crazy. When my mom tried to transfer me, she couldn't, so she was like, well, fuck it, let's just let you continue going to that school anyways. I mean, you're almost done. I went to a school where I wasn't even anywhere near the district. My house was not close to the school. My job was definitely not close to the school, because it was close to my house. Joe was not an employee at my job. He did not work there. I had never seen him at my job once. You know, I'm like super fucking confused, and I obviously didn't fucking reply, because I'm like, when am I gonna reply? What am I gonna say? Hey, thank you, person that doesn't fucking work at my job, for letting me know what time I go into my job. Like, no shit, Sherlock. I know what time I work because I work there. Okay, so I didn't reply. I don't know what response he wanted from me. I don't know what he wanted from me. But I obviously didn't reply. Fucking weirdo. You know, so I was like, you know, I'm gonna fucking block him. So I go to work. No offense to Liborios, but that place was a fucking shit show. It was messy as fuck. There used to go on some crazy ass shit in there. So I'm like asking around, like, how the fuck did this boy find out what time I worked today? Well, I guess what had happened was that this kid went to my job when I was not there, because I was at home getting ready to go to work. I don't know exactly who he asked. I cannot remember if it was a cashier or a supervisor at my job. He asked them if I worked that day. They go ahead and pull up my work schedule, to show it to Joe. I don't know what he told them that he was to me. I don't know if he said he was a friend. I don't know what he said. But for some reason, somebody at my job decided we're gonna show this random ass teenager Claudia's work schedule. Mind you, I'm a fucking minor at the time. So they show him my work schedule for the entire week. So now Joe knows what time I go in and what time I go out and what days I am off that week. Do I need to explain how fucking weird that is? For what? For why? First of all, the fucking person that showed him that shit, for what? For why? What if he's trying to fucking kill me? What if he's trying to kidnap me? What business does anybody at my job have showing this fucking kid my work schedule? And what business does Joe, that I don't fucking talk to, that I am not friends with, have at my job, and here he is at my job wanting to know what my work schedule is? For what? For what, Joe? For why? Why do you need to know what time I work? What? For what? For why? And like I said, the majority of the people at my school, they lived in their district, okay, of where the school was. I lived a decent drive away and I worked a decent drive away from that district. So this boy really came all the way to where I worked to ask what time I worked. Like, so like I said, that was my last year in high school. I can't remember any more like stuff about it. I feel like him fucking going to my job and shit was way too fucking far. He had no business there. Yes, it was a public place, but if you wanted to go and shop there, I cannot stop you. It's a public place. But you have no business asking about me and my work schedule. You do not. I'm sorry, you do not. And my fucking people I work with, like, they got me fucked up. Like, you have no idea what this boy wants with me. You have no idea if he's even my fucking friend. You guys don't have the right to show him my work schedule for the entire week. If they would have just said, oh, she doesn't work today, or yeah, she works today but she's not here yet, whatever, okay? Which at the same fucking point, Joe, you have no business asking that shit. And like I said, I was pretty routine with my job schedule. So basically I worked the exact same schedule the whole entire time that I was there. Alright, that bothered me. So, you know, bam, I graduate, I'm out that bitch, I'm like, deuces, I'm at the fucking school. And if you guys don't know, I was a teen mom. I got pregnant right after I turned 18, but I didn't find that I was pregnant till after I had already graduated. Like, I had already walked to get my diploma and all that, and then that's when I found that I was pregnant. If you guys haven't seen that story time, I'll leave like a card somewhere up here so you guys could go check that out. It's a very long story time, and then it like glitches in some parts, but I was like, fuck that shit was way too long to re-record. So if you guys want to go check that out, go check that out. I had my group of friends. Like I said, I was friends with a lot of people, but I had my certain group of friends. That was squad right there. So I guess depending how your life goes, I don't really have a lot of friends after high school. In my situation, I didn't really have a lot of friends after high school. What was squad was basically the friends I had after high school. The new school year starts, and one of my squad members, which was one of my closest friends at the time, his little sister went to that high school. Squad, we used to hang out every weekend. We would go party every weekend. We'd go to raves every weekend. So she knew that I was constantly around her brother. And also at that high school, my little brother went there, and he was friends with my friend's sister. For her safety, and in case this boy decides to murder me, we don't want him to murder her too, we're gonna call her Lupita. And she's gonna be like, bitch, really, Lupita? Like, but I'm calling that because of your middle name. She had a class, I don't know what class, but she had a class with Joe. I guess Joe, for whatever fucking reason, he shows her my social media. Like, dude, we're not fucking friends. We're not fucking friends. Let me double check, because I had to text her to re-ask her. I was like, give me all of the details so I know. So he had requested her on Facebook. She accepted him, and then they were in class. And he goes and he asks her, like,
oh, you know Claudia.
And she was like, which Claudia? He shows her my social media. So it must have been my Facebook, which I was not friends with him on Facebook. He showed her my profile, and she said, yeah, I know her. That's my brother's friend. So then he asks her,
Oh, I heard Claudia was pregnant.
Like, who did you hear this from? Which, I mean, I was, but who did you hear this from? Because we don't have any of the same fucking friends. I guess at the time, the only fucking similar friend we had was Lupita, but I wasn't even really friends with her at that time. I just knew her because of her brother. So he asked her, I heard that she was pregnant. Like, okay. So she confirms it. And then he goes ahead to tell her, you know, because me and him are close, or me and him are friends, or I don't know what the fuck. He tells Lupita,
well, she's been smoking weed while pregnant.
Excuse me, sir? Like, what? You know when you just hear the dumbest shit about you? And you just can't believe it because it's so stupid?
Ow, so stupid!
That's exactly how I felt, okay? Because I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, at the time she hadn't told me that yet. But when she did tell me, I was like, oh my god. This fucking guy. I don't know what they're fucking saying about me. I don't know what the fuck he's telling her about me. Which, I don't know what he could possibly know about me, considering we were not friends. Then he tells my friend Lupita,
Claudia's fucking weird.
okay, Joe, you're right. I am weird. Because I am the one who got your number, God knows how. Then I lied to you about how I got your number. And then I was all up in your fucking business. And then I was always fucking trying to follow you on social media. Even though you and I were not friends. Even though we didn't fucking talk. I went to your job just to know exactly what time you worked at. Wait. That wasn't me. That was you, Joe. You, Joe, fucking weirdo. What the fuck did I ever do to you that made me weird? Not shit. But you were constantly trying to find out shit about me, going to my fucking job, trying to text me and shit. For I don't know what reason. To this day, I don't know what the fuck he wanted with me. I don't know what his whatever it was with me. But this fucking guy, he told her I was fucking weird. Like, dude. Okay. This fucking boy. At that time, my brother Jesus hadn't graduated, which was lucky because he got to go to school with my little brother for another year. That was fucking tight because, like I said, we were all squad, and luckily he was there to save Lupita. So Joe asked Lupita to go to the movies with him. Somebody's watching out for Lupita. That she brings it up to my brother Jesus, and he tells her, "Hey, do you know Joe?" And yeah, he fucking obviously knew Joe. And she said, he asked me to go to the movies with him. And my brother Jesus was like, nope. Do not fucking go to the movies with him. He is fucking weird. He's been stalking the shit out of Claudia. And then he told her all the weird ass shit that he was doing. And she was like, oh, yeah, like that. I'm going to movies with him. You know, and it was like so stupid. Because even though Lupita and I weren't really like friends yet, we were more like I don't know, like I don't want to say we weren't like 100% not friends, but I wouldn't hang out with her really, but we were kind of friends, kind of. It was the beginning of our friendship. When I asked her, she said she couldn't remember exactly all the crazy ass things he told her about me, but some of the stuff that he was telling her, and then the fact that he said I was weird, that shit wasn't adding up. I don't know if Joel was just believing his lies. When he told her all this stuff, this Claudia that he was telling her about, and the Claudia that she knew through her brother, who her brother did know me because we were really fucking close, these Claudias were not adding up. You know, she was trying to put 2 and 2 together, and this shit was just, she was getting like 100. He was just telling her all of this stuff to try to convince her that I was a fucking weirdo. And like, for what, dude? For why? Why does it matter to you who I'm friends with? What does it matter to you who I know? So he was all trying to convince her that I was weird, and she talks to my brother, she finds out what the fuck, and I'm pretty sure she asked her brother, hey dude, you know, I know you fucking talk to Claudia still, I know you guys are still friends. Joe was telling me, I almost said his name, Joe was telling me all this shit about her, you know, and obviously her brother's gonna be like, no, that's definitely not Claudia. What the fuck are you talking about? A few years ago, I want to say maybe 4 years ago, I decided to make a new Facebook, and now I do not include my Facebook in my YouTube stuff because my Facebook is just for my family, for people that I went to high school with that were not fucking weirdos, or that I knew, people that I've worked with, stuff like that. So I don't include my Facebook because it's more personal stuff about me, I post pictures of my kids. I mean, I'll fucking put my name on all over the picture, but still I post stuff of my kids. And you know, there's just some stuff that even though I want to be pretty open with YouTube, I would love to be like a public person. There are some things that I want to be kept private. So, and I decided to make a new Facebook because I had so many fucking friends on the other Facebook that I had made after my little brother died. Like, a lot of people requested me after that went on the news and all that. I accepted everybody, and a lot of tips and stuff went through me, and I let the police know. But there was just this time when I was just like, man, there's just a lot of fucking people. I don't want to be posting pictures of my kids to people I don't even know. I don't want to be sharing any details about me to people that I don't even know. Anything that I post on my Instagram or on my Twitter is stuff that I don't really care who knows. So I deleted that Facebook and I decided to make a new one. On the other one that I had for a long time, I obviously had Joe blocked. Obvious reasons. So on this new Facebook, I don't have anybody blocked yet, okay? I had it up, I kid you not, for about 5 to 10 minutes. I had my picture up and where I went to high school, and that was it so far. I get my first friend request, and guess who my first friend request is from? It's from Joe. I said, fuck that. Block. I blocked him so fast. Like, dude, how the fuck did you find me in the first 5 to 10 minutes that I have made my new Facebook? What are the fucking odds? So I made my YouTube channel about 2 years ago, I want to say. And at this time, I had my Instagram for a really long time too. But my Instagram was private. And I didn't really accept many people on there because I would post a lot of pictures of my kids on there. But when I decided to make a YouTube channel, I wanted to have like another social media platform for people that follow me or people that subscribe to me or whatever, for us to be able to communicate or just whatever, if you guys want to know more about me. Or I decided to make my Instagram public. Now, before making my Instagram public, I did take down all of the pictures of my kids, and I did this because, long story short, there was this crazy ass girl that faked having a baby, and she was using the pictures of her friend's kid. And she was friends with me, this girl that did that shit was friends with me. She actually lived at my fucking house. But if you guys want to know all about that, I'll link a card up there. That crazy ass bitch. And I also have an update about that too, so I'll link that somewhere up here too for you guys. But yeah, so I was like, fuck that. Nobody's going to be using pictures of my kids. So I took down all of the pictures of my kids, and then I made my Instagram public. And I know that if you guys have a public Instagram, you guys know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Like sometimes I just get so many of those stupid fake Instagram follower things, whatever, that I don't really see who follows me. Sometimes I'm just like, I don't even check. I'm like, no follower, alright. It's probably the fucking scam pages, whatever. So I don't really check. So if I don't follow you back, my bad. It might just be because of that weird ass shit. Like, I don't even check because I get so many of those stupid scam pages all fucking day. Luckily, I did check this day because it said I had a new followers. So I go check my Instagram. Who is it? It is Joe. I said, fuck that. I know my shit is public, but fuck that. Block! Personally, I would not follow somebody that I don't fucking like. If I do not like you, if I think you're weird as shit, I am not going to follow you. Not once, not one single fucking time have I ever tried to follow Joe on his social media. I don't know what social media he has. I've never tried looking him up. So, so I never had blocked him on my Instagram because I didn't know he had an Instagram. On the new Facebook I had made, I hadn't even thought to block him because I'm like, dude, that was years ago. Like, what fucking business does he have now? Like, I didn't even think to block him, so if I would have known he was gonna fucking try to request me, I would have, before doing anything else on my profile, would have made my profile, look him up, block. So that was a thing that I don't understand is, Joe, if I am so fucking weird, if I'm the dislikable person, why do you try to follow me on my social media? Anybody that's weird, that's creepy, that's made me feel uncomfortable, I do not follow. I'm going on a tangent, but there's this other guy that made me feel uncomfortable as fuck on MySpace. And this nasty ass, I don't know if we went to school together, I don't know where the fuck he ever came from, messaged me on MySpace once. And guess what he asked me? He asked me, are you still a virgin? Like, are you fucking serious? It's not something that you ask somebody you don't fucking know. And I said, ew.
Bitch, I'm sick. Bitch, I'm so sick.
Nope. So I block that kid. And that kid's tried to follow me on other stuff too. Like, he also tried to follow me on Instagram, block. He tried to follow me on Twitter, block. He's requested me on Facebook, block. This kid, I don't know anything about him, but I just know that he made me feel uncomfortable as fuck with that message. Block. Block. Fuck that, block. Don't even, no, nothing, block. It's just weird. Like, Joe, what was the fucking point? Like, I just feel like I don't know what he wanted with me, and I don't want to be like conceited as fuck and be like, oh, he had a crush on me, because no, I don't know what he wanted with me, but he was fucking crossing the line constantly. To this day, I have no idea what he wanted from me. That thing on Facebook, like I said, that was about 4 years ago, and then on Instagram, it's been within the last 2 years, so I don't know if it was last year, like a year and a half ago, when he tried following me. Like, no, dude. No, I know sometimes we get curious about people we went to high school with because we were friends or some shit like that. But, you know, like, I can just not understand why, if he said I was all these creepy ass things and shit, or I was so fucking weird, like, why would you follow me, dude? Like, for what? For why? I would never fucking follow you because you fucking creep me out. That was the fucking creepy ass, stalking ass Joe in my fucking high school. Like I said, I really hope that this fucking guy, I mean, he's an adult now, so I hope that he's a changed person. Don't fucking kill me, dude. You know, because ya te pasaste de verga a lot of fucking times with me. And the whole point is, from this story, is that if this guy just wanted to be friends with me, and I was obviously not responding to his text, I was obviously not ever sitting with him, I never tried to hang out with him, nothing. Like, that should have given him the hint that whatever you are trying to get from me, you're not gonna get. If somebody doesn't want to be friends with you, they don't have to be friends with you. That's what I am assuming that he wanted. Maybe he wanted to be friends with me. Like I said, I'm not gonna be conceited as fuck and say, oh, he had a crush on me. I have absolutely no idea what he wanted from me or with me. All of my friends, if I was to bring up this name to any one of them right now and be like, hey, do you remember Joe? They would be like, yeah, that fucking weird ass kid. Yes. See, all of my friends know, and it wasn't Joe. It wasn't like you fucking trying to tell Lupita that I'm fucking weird and I'm fucking smoking while pregnant and this and that. Like, okay, I don't have to lie to anybody for them to see that you're dislikable and creepy and weird, okay? I don't have to do that shit like you had to do, okay? It wasn't like me making up any of this stuff. Like, I would show my friends a fucking text, like, dude, look at this shit. And they would be like, what the fuck? And I would show them this weird ass shit that this fucking guy's texting me, my fucking work schedule, weird shit like that. They thought it was fucking weird. You know, I didn't have to make up shit like Joe did. This story just fucking pisses me off because Joe weird as fuck. Dude, got me fucked up. If you are subscribed to my channel, Joe, fucking unsubscribe right now, dude, because I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want you watching me. I don't want you, nothing. Like, I'm fucking telling you right now, you fucking creeped me out. You made me feel uncomfortable as fuck. Te pasaste de verga. Way too many fucking times. You had no fucking business doing any of the weird ass shit that you did. You have no fucking business asking about me. You have no fucking business nothing about me, because you and I were never friends. You and I were not even cordial. You and I, there was nothing between you and I besides you were a fucking kid that sat in my fucking Spanish class, and that is where that began and that is where that ended. Right there. If you are a guy, or even if you're a girl, whoever you are, regardless of your gender, do not be weird with people. Do not stalk them. Do not, that's so weird. Just, if somebody doesn't want anything to do with you and they're being very blatant about it, because I felt like with me, he would text me and the only fucking time I responded was, who the fuck is this and how did you get my number? And that was it. Any of the other times that he would text me weird ass things, I would not respond. Anytime he would try to talk to me in Spanish class, I would not respond. Anytime he's tried requesting money on any social media, he gets blocked. So that should have let him know 100% that I didn't want anything to do with him. I hope you guys enjoy the story time. I hope I don't get killed from this. Follow me on my social media. And welcome to my channel, to my new subscribers. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like to be here. And yeah, that's all I have to say.